And the next time you screech, it'll explode into millions of eardrums.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at stars who turned in some of their best performances and saw a boom in popularity in the second half of their career.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. You know, the only place I get hurt is out there.
Number 10, Sylvester Stallone. After landing roles in a handful of small films in the early 70s, Stallone achieved international recognition with the success of Rocky.
Rocky, what brings you here tonight?
Mr. Jergens, the post is wrong.
The franchise, like Stallone's career, has had its ups and downs, but the most recent films centered around Adonis Creed have received major critical acclaim.
I swear to God, if you're not going to do it, I'm out.
Like every punch I ever thrown's been on my own.
The Expendables series, in which Stallone plays a lead role, has also produced one box office hit after another, and the actor has made appearances in both the MCU and the DCEU. He even claimed his first starring role in a non-reality TV series starting in 2022 with Tulsa King. When most people hit retirement age, they, retire. But Stallone is working harder than ever.
I married this life, and after keeping my mouth shut for all these years, I'm gonna see if it married me back.
Number 9, Marlon Brando. He may have been a generational talent, but he was notoriously difficult to work with.
You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not gonna bite you. I guess they don't let you walk with fellas where you've been, huh?
Despite starring in multiple hit films in his younger years, Brando went through a career slump in the 60s. By the early 1970s, almost no one was willing to cast him. But luckily, director Francis Ford Coppola was determined to get him into the role of Vito Corleone in The Godfather, despite heavy pushback from studio heads.
Now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. But you don't ask with respect. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me Godfather.
Coppola won that battle, and the film started a trilogy now widely regarded as one of the greatest ever made. Brando and Coppola later reunited for Apocalypse Now, which was almost universally praised by critics. That's quite a comeback for someone who was once considered a persona non grata in Hollywood.
You're an errand boy, sent by grocery clerks to collect a bill.
Number 8, Jane Fonda. This uniquely talented blonde bombshell was in high demand through the 60s, 70s, and 80s. During those 3 decades, she established an impressive resume of comedies, dramas, and workout videos.
5, 6, 7, 8, and pull down. 1, 2, 3.
But after her marriage to Ted Turner in 1991, Fonda announced her sudden retirement from acting. She later made a triumphant return to the screen with the success of 2005's Monster-in-Law, which launched a new chapter in the star's career.
So pleased that you're gonna be my daughter-in-law. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks to hits like Book Club and the beloved TV series Grace and Frankie, Fonda has stayed at the top of her game well into her 80s.
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't you think you should wash the casserole dish, Robert?
Number 7, Liam Neeson.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
He's a man with a very particular set of skills. Neeson's career didn't really take off until he was already in his 40s, when he appeared as the lead in the sweeping historical drama Schindler's List.
I could have you arrested.
I'm protected by powerful friends. You should know that.
He followed that epic performance with roles in a slew of major franchises, from Star Wars to the Dark Knight trilogy to the Chronicles of Narnia. And of course, we can't forget his turn as devoted stepdad Daniel in Love Actually. But it wasn't until 2008's Taken that people really started to think of Neeson as a big name in action movies. The film kicked off a run of successful thrillers that made Neeson the action hero of the 21st century.
You must think you're some kind of a hero.
I won't do this. I won't do it. I will not do this.
Number 6, Winona Ryder.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
After making a name for herself at a young age in classics like Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands, it seemed Ryder's star was destined to keep rising. And for a while, that's exactly what happened.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown.
Unfortunately, it all came crashing down when Ryder was convicted of shoplifting in 2002, leading her to take a brief break from acting. She started her comeback in 2006 with a series of smaller movies. It was her role as divorced mom Joyce Byers in Netflix's massively popular Stranger Things that cemented Ryder once again as a major player in Hollywood.
Hello? Hello? Lonnie? Hopper? Who is this?
She's been working steadily since then, including her fourth team-up with America's sweetheart, Keanu Reeves. Number 5. Michael Keaton.
Name's Beetlejuice.
You said it twice. Just say it once more. Come on.
This actor first gained fame in the 80s with his comedic roles, but it was his controversial casting as Bruce Wayne in 1989's Batman that really rocketed Keaton to superstardom.
What are you? I'm Batman.
By the 2000s, though, he was mostly limited to smaller films and side characters, including a turn as Ken more than a decade before Ryan Gosling took on the part. Then a starring role in 2014's Birdman gave Keaton's career a sudden shot in the arm. Since then, he's starred in dramas and thrillers, joined the MCU as the supervillain Vulture, and reprised his role as the Caped Crusader in DC properties. Now in his 5th decade on screen, Keaton is busier than ever.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Number 4. KIU Kuan. This one is a comeback story for the ages.
Where are you going? I'm setting booty traps.
You mean booby traps?
That's what I said, booby traps!
Kuan won audiences over as a child actor in a pair of beloved 80s classics. As an adult, he found almost no acting opportunities in the US, so he stepped out of the spotlight, instead working behind the camera as an assistant director and fight choreographer. Nearly 20 years later, he returned to the screen with a small role in Netflix's family film Finding Ohana.
It's been 11 years. He doesn't want you to leave. He just doesn't know how to show you how much he misses you.
He soon followed it up with his award-winning performance as Waymond Wang in the mega hit Everything Everywhere All at Once. Throughout that award season, we got used to Kuan doing two things: winning and leaving us in tears.
I'm here to tell you, every rejection, every disappointment has led you here, to this moment.
Number 3. Betty White.
If you get chilly tonight, use this. It has special powers.
Oh, what kind of special powers?
I call it the baby maker.
Younger viewers probably know her from The Golden Girls, but White was co-starring on her own talk show way back in 1949. She later became the first female sitcom producer with Life with Elizabeth, which she also starred in. From the late 70s through the early 80s, White did the majority of her work on game shows, only occasionally appearing in scripted TV series. Her portrayal of the naive but big-hearted Rose Nyland starting in 1985 proved that she still had the comedy chops to help carry a sitcom.
When I was 8 years old, I was just worried about the usual childhood things. How much would the tooth fairy leave me? What would I get from Santa? Would I ever be chosen small curd cottage cheese queen?
White's supporting role as a sarcastic granny in 2009's The Proposal gave her career yet another boost, and she continued working in both film and television until her late 90s.
Yummy.
I guess they're not ready for me.
Number 2. Jamie Lee Curtis. She might have risen to fame as a scream queen, but films like My Girl and True Lies proved that she can do the drama, comedy, and action too.
There's no borders, no customs. They can go anywhere in the U.S. There's nothing to stop them.
Just us.
Curtis announced her retirement from acting in 2006, but it didn't last. She was soon back on the big screen though through most of the 2010s. She stuck to voice work, minor characters, and occasional TV appearances. It was her reprisal of the character that made her a star in 2018's Halloween that brought her back into the spotlight in a big way.
Goodbye, Michael.
Since then, Curtis has been busy with starring roles in multiple hits. She even took home her first Oscar in 2023 for her performance alongside KIU Kuan in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You could enlighten me as to how, as a laundromat owner, a karaoke machine could constitute a business expense.
I am a singer.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Brendan Fraser.
Hello? Feeling better, fella?
The handsome, wide-eyed actor was one of the breakout stars of the 1990s, with hits like Encino Man, George of the Jungle, and of course, The Mummy. At the time, it seemed Fraser might become an all-time great leading man, but the grueling work of action movies eventually began to take its toll, and Fraser went through multiple surgeries on his back, his knee, and even his vocal cords.
There you are! You quit playing hide and seek! Come on, let's get out of here! Whoa!
His career slowed down significantly in the 2010s, until a run of strong TV appearances, including a starring role in the superhero series Doom Patrol, led to what some critics have called the Renaissance. His heartbreaking performance in 2022's The Whale showed that he still deserves to be a leading man on the big screen too.
I'm sorry for leaving you. I was in love. And I left you behind.
Which actors do you think did their best work later in life? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
Is it okay if I go with him? Whatever you do is what shall be.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.